Listen well, my friend. In every village, in every town, in every generation, there is always that one person people never pay attention to, the one others overlook, laugh at, or ignore. And yet, life has a strange way of revealing who truly carries strength. This story is about such a person. His name was Kato. Kato lived in a small community lying between wide grasslands and a forest so old that the trees leaned like elders listening to secrets. Nobody knew exactly when the village was founded, but the people said the ancestors still walked its edges, watching quietly. Kato was 16, tall but slim, strong but in a hidden way. He spoke softly. He moved gently. Even his footsteps were quiet, like he didn't want to disturb the earth. People mistook that for weakness. Whenever the young men gathered to wrestle, they laughed when Kato approached. Whenever the girls carried baskets from the stream, they walked past him like he wasn't there. Even the elders, who should have known better, often shook their heads and muttered, this boy does not look like someone who will make his family proud. But Kato didn't argue. He never explained himself, never fought to be seen. He simply lived. Every morning he fetched water, gathered firewood, and helped his mother with quiet dedication. He listened more than he talked. He observed more than he acted. And because he didn't boast, didn't shout, didn't show off, people assumed he had nothing to offer. They called him the boy with the quiet footsteps, not as praise, but as mockery. Only one person saw him differently. Old Mara, the village's half-blind herbalist. She always said, "There is strength in silence, and there is silence in real strength." Most people ignored her words, but life was listening. One day, trouble walked into the village. The early morning air trembled with the sound of hooves. Dust rose along the path. A group of riders appeared, 3 tall strangers in long, dark cloth, their faces hidden, their voices deep. They rode into the courtyard where the chief was sitting and dismounted with a heavy thud. The leader stepped forward. "We have been tracking a thief, a dangerous man. He stole something sacred from our people. We followed his trail to your village." No one dared speak. The leader held up a small leather pouch. "This pouch contains ash taken from the mountain of ancestors. Whoever touches it gains unnatural speed and unnatural madness. We must recover it before it destroys your people." The villagers gasped. Children ran behind their mothers. The elders whispered among themselves. The stranger continued, "The thief was seen entering your forest. We will wait 1 day. If no one captures him by sunset tomorrow, we will burn the forest to flush him out." Those words chilled the village. The forest was their home, their history, their protection. Burning it meant losing everything. A search party began immediately. The bravest young men stepped forward. Strong hunters, boastful warriors, loud talkers who had always been treated as the pride of the village. Kato watched quietly from the side. "Stay back," one of them told him with a laugh. Another added, "A thief empowered by ancestor ash? You should go home and sweep your mother's compound." They marched into the forest, as loud as always, shouting to scare the thief. But as hours passed, they returned one by one, exhausted, shaken, and empty-handed. The forest was too vast, the thief too fast, and strange whispers echoed between the trees, making the hunters uneasy. By evening, the village was filled with worry. As night fell, old Mara called Kato to her hut. Her voice was soft, but her words were firm. Kato, listen to me. That thief is not just a man. Something is guiding him, something restless. Only someone who moves like the wind, someone who listens more than he speaks, can find him. Kato understood what she meant. You're saying I should try? He murmured. Not try, she corrected. Go. There is a reason the ancestors made your footsteps quiet. He bowed his head and left without hesitation. The moon rose gently as he entered the forest. The night insects hummed, and the leaves rustled with secrets. Kato didn't carry a spear or a drum or anything loud, only a small rope and his courage. He walked deeper, letting the wind guide him. He touched the ground. He listened to the trees leaning toward him as if whispering. Suddenly, he heard it. Not footsteps, not breathing, but a tremor in the air, like someone running impossibly fast, disturbing the wind. Kato followed the sound, moving silently between shadows. For the first time, the forest didn't treat him as a stranger. It opened a path. Finally, he saw him. A man with wild eyes, ash smeared across his arms, running circles through the trees as if trapped between worlds. His feet moved faster than any human should, almost a blur. But his face looked tormented, like someone fighting something inside. Kato hid behind a tree, observing. The thief stumbled and clutched his head in pain. The pouch of ancestor ash hung from his waist, glowing faintly. Kato remembered old Mara's words, unnatural speed and unnatural madness. Kato didn't attack, didn't shout, didn't chase. Instead, he watched. He noticed that each time the thief passed a certain tree, an ancient iroko, the glow of the pouch dimmed. Interesting. Kato stepped closer, moving like breeze. He whispered, "Brother, the ash is not helping you." The thief froze, shocked that someone had gotten so close without making a sound. Who are you?" he stammered. "No one important, just someone who knows the forest listens." The thief trembled, struggling with the madness gripping him. "The ash, it won't let me rest. It whispers, it pushes me. I can't stop running." Kato nodded calmly. "Come to the iroko tree." "What? Why?" "It weakens the ash. I've been watching." The thief hesitated, but the madness in him gave him no choice. He stumbled toward the tree. As soon as he touched its trunk, he gasped. His body shook. The glow of the pouch flickered. Kato moved quickly, quiet as ever, swift as a shadow. He slipped behind the thief and cut the pouch free. Before the man realized what happened, he stepped away. When the thief saw the pouch in Kato's hand, he fell to his knees, relieved, exhausted, free. You saved me," he whispered. How did you get close? I never saw you." Kato smiled softly. "Nobody ever does." He helped the thief stand and began guiding him back to the village. Dawn touched the sky by the time they arrived. The strangers were preparing to burn the forest, but froze when they saw Kato carrying both the pouch and the thief. The village gathered around in amazement. The leader of the riders stepped forward. "How did you capture him? Even our best men could not." "Kato moves like the ancestors," old Mara said proudly, "because he respects silence." The riders bowed to Kato.
The village stared and stunned. One of the warriors whispered, "That quiet boy caught the thief." Another muttered, "Maybe we misjudged him." The chief approached Kato with deep respect. "We underestimated you. We saw a quiet boy, but today you saved our home." Kato simply shook his head. "I only listened." But Mara corrected him again, smiling with her one good eye. "No, you did what the loud ones could not. You watched, you learned, you understood. Real strength needs no noise." The crowd fell silent at her words.